Give me your thoughts because throughout East Chicago, period, I mean Roosevelt, Washington, Central, we have so many athletes, so much talent in the city that never really accomplish their full potential as far as going to college for 4 years, getting a degree, or even going to the next level. Give me your thoughts on that.
Um, that has been a downfall for East Chicago. I believe it's because of the discipline that they may lack in going off to school and accepting the responsibility that they have to do. I think when you go to college, it's an entirely different atmosphere. The coaches are not babying you like they do in high school, because those coaches they get paid to win. So, and I think if you don't come in and do what you need them to do, I think a lot of kids fail to realize that, fail to take responsibility for what they need to do when they go off to school. And I think they make a choice of accepting responsibility and not accepting it. And I think that's pretty much the downfall that the stigma, I should say, the negative stigma of East Chicago players, basketball players.
Now, the city of Chicago maybe have 40,000 people. What is it in the city that keeps all these athletes here, home?
That's the $1 million question that I would like to know also. Whenever I have an opportunity to talk to some current players, I usually tell them, you need to experience the college life, get away from here just to get your feet wet in the real world. But as far as leaving and coming back, I have no idea. I just don't know, to be honest with you.
Gotcha. In 2007, East Chicago Central won a first state championship. What was your thoughts on that? And could that team beat any of your teams at Roosevelt or EC Central?
Absolutely not. It couldn't be, no. Uh, because I think, and the reason I say that is because I believe back in the day when I played back in '87, and not to take anything away from the current players now, but I think they wanted it more. They was more dedicated to the game. I think we had more heart than more heart as far as a team is concerned. I think right now you have individual players that may have more heart than other players, but I think back in the day, everybody on the squad had the heart and the tenacity that, hey, you know what, we finna go out and play balls out, and that's what we're gonna do.
So was it better competition?
Absolutely. I think the competition was 1,000% better because every night, every game, every day, you going in for a battle. Even with we play a lot of Gary schools with East Chicago. I mean, Gary Roosevelt, Gary Westside, Lou Wallace. I mean, you have to come with your A game every day, every game, because those guys was just as competitive as we were. So I think abroad was more talent than what it is today.
Gotcha. Give me one player who gave you the most trouble on a basketball court. Like, every year, it could be high school, college, whatever, but you knew on your calendar, I got this guy.
Well, I wouldn't say it was any particular player, but I think there were several teams that we just had to really get up for. Okay. And I think those teams at that point in time was Gary Roosevelt when he was coming up. Bishop Noel was a powerhouse back in the day.
Gotcha.
With James Reed and Mikey McCoy, those guys. But I think just I don't think it was any particular player, but I think we just had to worry about the team because they had more than one weapon to beat anybody. And and I think those teams were one of the couple of teams that we had to stay up for.
Okay. What can you tell any athletes that's going to be on the website that may be in your position one day? Got cut 8th grade, come back, do well 9th, 10th grade, had a minor setback as a sophomore, and et cetera.
Mm-hmm. Well, just persevere. It ain't the end of the world. You just got to continue to work on your game. You still have time to grow, to get your talents together. Also to coaches have different reasons why they don't want you on your team. So one thing you got to realize that you got to always be able to play, want to play, have that drive to play. If that's a dream of yours, then go grab it. You can accomplish anything that you want to. But I think the determination, and you got to persevere through the bad times just as well as the good times. And I think that's more or less what you have to do. If you find yourself in a situation where you're getting cut from a basketball team.
Okay. For those who don't know you, what are you currently doing in your life right now?
Well, I'm a police officer with the Chicago Police Department. 16 years. I'm currently a detective. I've been a detective for 10 years. Basically, that's what I'm doing now.
Okay. What is one motto that Ike Washington always lived by?
One motto?
Yeah, one motto.
I always say what you mean what you say. Your integrity and your character means everything. Never burn the bridges at an early age, because you don't know when you have to cross those bridges again. Back when you become an adult and you go out in the working field and need help from people that you made contact along the path coming up. So I think never burn the bridges and always have some integrity and some character about yourself.
Ike, I want to thank you, man, for being on the website, man. I really appreciate it, and I hope in the future, we can come do this again with you.
All right, appreciate it, man.
It's Athletes Lives Network, exclusive interviews. Once an athlete, always an athlete. Thank you for watching Athletes Lives Network exclusive interviews. We will have more exciting interviews to come as we journey across the state of Indiana to look into the lives of former, present, and future athletes. You can follow us on our website at www.athletelives.com or follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/athletelives. Remember, once an athlete, always an athlete.